Tough game, man. What a cool environment. College football is awesome. Big 12 football, a lot of fun. Obviously, didn't work out in our favor. Just really proud of the team, proud of the guys. I think they could have quit at any moment, and so it didn't look great, especially the first half. And proud of the guys fighting back. And even when they had that score to go up, had 28 points on the board, the guys just kept fighting. And so I'm really proud of the leadership on this team, our coaches, our players. Obviously didn't do enough to get the win, but you have to give a lot of credit to Arizona State. Kenny Dillingham and the team, they're ready. I thought they jumped. They had a great start, well-coached team. You look at the weapons that they have on offense, and then I think looking at what the defense has done. I mean, that's an underrated defense. I don't think people give enough credit to. But overall, just a really good game, and just didn't work out in our favor. I thought the experience, the environment was really cool. Just happened that we were a few yards short, But the experience was cool, and just want looking at our team and our players, our guys have. We've earned the right to extend the season already. So all I know is we have 2 games left for sure. And so how many games other than that, I don't know. I don't know all the situations, everything goes into it. But we got to win that one next week for at home, Houston game for our seniors. And so there's still a lot more to play for, and we've got to get back and learn as much as we can from this and get back on it. I mean, we're sitting right now at 9-2, just overall though, just really, I talked to the team, just proud of them. Obviously it's not the result they wanted and that they anticipated or planned on, but now you got to find out how do you respond from this. I mean, the last 2 games, if you look at the Kansas game and Arizona State game, came down to the last drive, and so we lost by 1 score. And this conference is full of great teams that can play and are physical, and so. I believe we fit nicely in the conference, and I know Arizona State does too. And just wish them best of luck the rest of the way. And I don't know all the scenarios that goes into it, but we'll see what happens. And I don't even know what happened with those scores, the games, and everything. But Colorado lost. Yeah, so I told you guys Kansas was pretty good, and that's pretty tough for Kansas to beat 3 ranked teams in a row. And I think preseason everybody thought there would be the team that they're playing like right now. So we've got to get back on the winning track, and the way you do that is play better from the beginning to the end. If we can just put it together for 60 minutes, I feel good about our chances. Obviously, we didn't get that done this game, but I think Arizona State did some really. They scored, they possessed the clock, and they got some first downs. Scadaboo is a really good running back. He's one of the best running backs in college football. We knew that going in. I like the way he plays the game. I just like the way that this team, Arizona State team, works, and Kenny's done a great job with them. The culture that they have, it's a lot of fun. It was an honor to be on the field with them, and compete. It just did not work out our way, man. But cannot you can't deny that it was a really good game. And the sucky part is that we had really good games the last 2 weeks. We had to take one in the loss column twice. And so, what questions do you guys have for me before I just ramble on and then take up all the time?
What was the difference in the second half offensively? Obviously, you were much better.
Yeah, well, I think in the first half, it just seems like Arizona State got the momentum, and they just started keep pounding it, and they got, I think, the kickoff that they kind of squibbed it off of our guy. That put a tired defense back out there. We've got to learn to put our guys in there, and if they're tired, put some fresh guys in there. And I think they just took it to us, and we had to respond. I think their style of play was to be really physical, and we had to decide if we were going to do that and match it or not, and get run out of here or hold our ground. And I'm proud of the way the guys responded. We just need to do that before. Let's do it from the get-go. But that's easier said than done. These are really good teams, and. I know this coaching staff, Arizona State staff, really well. I know a lot of the guys on the staff, and they're excellent coaches. And I know a lot of the players that play, and they do a great job. So it's a definite cool environment for them to be here. But I love that we had a lot of fans represent too, and so I'm disappointed that we didn't get the win for them. But I hope they know how much we would love and appreciate them being here and being a factor for us in this game.
What was running through your mind when the field needed to be cleared and hoping for one more second left? What was kind of going through your mind?
Yeah, I was just hoping for all kinds of stuff. I was like, how many penalties did they get? I was just trying to get unsportsmanlike conducts on the crowd and their student section and I don't know, just hoping that we had one more shot. We had the 1 second at the 49-yard line, and I just how close was Chase in that? Yeah, so dang it, But that's I think there's a good way we can respond from this and in a positive manner. But that's just, I think when you put yourself in the hole too much, it's going to be hard to crawl out of it, especially against really quality teams like Arizona State. And we found that out. It's a tough lesson to learn, but give them credit. They deserve to win. They got it, and we have to learn from this and get better. But we're sitting at 9-2. I don't know exactly what the standings show, but there's a lot of parity in this league, and so we can't just show up and think that the Houston game is going to be an easy one. That's our senior game. I believe this was Arizona State's senior night, or senior day, and so there's a lot to play for. You play with a little bit more energy when it's a senior's last chance. I mean, I've been part of that. I've been a senior before and played in those games, and there's just a little bit more extra energy with it, and maybe that was part of it. But I hate to just kind of diminish their win though and say that was the catalyst. I think they're a good team, and I think people should start respecting them a little bit more, because I think this conference is a good conference, and it's not going to be easy for anyone to run through this conference. And we've been in a really good spot. We've had some things work out in our favor, and this one and the last one didn't. So we just have to keep playing.
I know that's not the first premature field storming in college football history, but did you think the fact that it took 15 minutes, that it was a little excessive as far as how long y'all had to wait for that final play?
I hate getting mad at the fans. I mean, they're so excited to get the win. It's two ranked teams that were playing. All we heard is that might be 1 second. And I'm going to cling on to as much hope as I can, and so it's okay. None of our guys are hurt, and so there was no big issue there, and they eventually cleared it, and we were able to get that one play. And so I understand the fans' excitement and energy, and it's okay. Nobody, I didn't think they were too rude to us. I mean, they're excited about their win.
Did the officials offer an explanation to you as to why there was not an unsportsmanlike penalty with 1 second left?
The statement that was said, I think we thought there was going to be one, because there was what was explained to me is that there was a intentional grounding, and so when the ball is thrown out of bounds, the clock stops when it goes right out of bounds, and so but even if there was no time on the clock, that would still be a untimed down, and so I was told that the conference said that there will not be a unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't know. That was a conference decision, and this game doesn't come down to that. That's just the game, guys. This ref crew was awesome. They communicated well to me, and we had a chance to snap the ball from the 49. Obviously, we'd love to have it closer, but that's the game. I don't think the game was won or lost in that one moment. It was the 59 minutes and 59 seconds before.
How surprising was that onside kick in the second quarter? Did you see anything leading up on scout that?
Yeah, we've seen that before, because I think it was more of a squib kick, like a little quick squib, and so we practiced that. The crazy thing is we practice all those things. Everything that they did, we practice. But it shows that just because you practice it doesn't mean anything. I mean, that when it's live and the situation is, requires a little bit more attention and focus, it was just unfortunate that happened to us. And I think, I can't remember which player it was, but he couldn't get out of the way because the ball was pretty hot when it was kicked, and good for them, and they were able to make that play. I would have loved to recover it and run it back for a touchdown and teach them a lesson, but that's the risks you take, and they're willing to do that, and we weren't able to make the play.
What did you see on Jake's interception before the last drive?
Yeah, I don't know exactly. All I saw is that I don't think it was on target, the throw, and so I don't want to be too critical, but it seemed like it went straight to the defender. I don't even know which receiver was was it overthrown or underthrown? I don't even know. It was over. Yeah. Dang it. I mean, I love Jake, and the guys were clicking. Everything was working. We felt the momentum, and credit to Arizona State. They got the stop, and we did everything. I mean, you think the game was over right then, and we kept looking at the clock and seeing, okay, if we can get a stop. But it was the play before that. I was so proud of the defense. Scatterbo was like pounding the ball, and that's what I would do. If it was 4th down and 1, and you have a chance to win the game, and I got Scatterboo, I'm giving him the ball too, and I'm trying to find a way to take the play and win the game. So I'm excited that came down to that play, and then we got the ball back, and we drove the ball, and that interception was unfortunate, but that's the game of football, and I want Jake to feel like he can be aggressive and make those plays, and he'll learn from it. But this was one of those really fun games. It just happens that we lost it.
Were there signs in practice this week that made you think there might be a slow start on the rise?
No. I mean, if everybody can predict that, then they would that person would be really rich, But I think going into this week, though, Mitch, the prep was nice. The guys worked hard. The leadership. From the unfortunate loss that we faced against Kansas at home, there's just this feeling like let's get back to what we know, and the hard part is that you're going against a really talented team in Arizona State, so it's not an easy thing to do. Just because you want to play at your best and everybody wants to play, if someone's playing at a high level and the other one isn't, then you're quick to say, well, we need to do better. But I think you just have to give credit to Arizona State. They made the plays. They converted third downs, and they made some difficult runs, and we weren't able to do it. They were able to convert. They took care of the football most of the time. I think how many turnovers were? We had a couple balls on the ground that I think we could have had, but this is part of the game. I don't want to sit here and nitpick every little thing and say that we should have done this better than that. We'll go back and look at that and watch the film. I want to give credit to Arizona State. They deserve the win. They got it, and I'm happy that we were able to play this game. And now I'm looking forward to learning from it.
It's got to be the best running back you guys have faced this year.
The running backs in this conference are really good. I think we got a couple of them too. But he runs a different style. I like it. I think he's a punishing player. I mean, is he a senior this year? Good for us and everyone else. But he is a good player. I like his demeanor, and I like the team rallies. I mean, you can feel the energy when he carries the ball and he breaks tackles. And so I think he's a next level running back. And I think there's a bunch of them in this conference, but he's definitely up there. And not just in the conference, but he's one of the premier backs in the country.
Kalani, last week you came off that loss, obviously very disappointed. What was the feeling in the locker room today after a second loss?
Yeah.
But you rallied after being down big. Was it a different feeling?
Well, I didn't want them to just sit there and feel sorry for themselves, because no one's going to feel sorry for them. So we still have another game to play, and we definitely have two, right? So we've got to focus on the next one, which is the seniors game, and learn from this. But we've got to get over it's just weird feelings with guys like have regret and guilt and shame over like, oh, we should have done this better. That doesn't help you. You just got to learn. Just let's play better from the beginning as much as we can. And even if we do that, it may not work out in your favor, but at least you can live with the results. I think these guys can live with the result because the second half they came back and they fought for it. They just dug themselves too big of a hole.
Anything else for Coach?
You only had 25 rushing yards in the first half, and you had 45 on the first drive of the second half. Going forward, you want to establish the run game early on more.
What was that? Going forward, what?
Do you want to establish the run game early on?
Yeah, I just want to get the ball downfield, however it goes. I mean, I just want to get points on the board, and so I don't. We have to look at where the deficiencies are, why we weren't able to do it consistently. But I mean, a lot of that has to do with mistakes, but a lot of it has to do with the talent that we're going against. It's not. You're just not seeing a lot of teams just go and just completely take over the others. I mean, people are going to respond just like we did and come back and keep fighting through it, and that's why a lot of these games are tight. So, it's hard for me to even say it without watching the film, but I wish I could just say, like, yeah, we made all the mistakes, but again, if I do that, then I'm taking away the credit from Arizona State, and I don't want to do that.
Any early return on Taggart and Leusa?
Leusa was out. I think he was on crutches at the end. We'll have to look at him. And then Taggart, he was banged up. I don't know if we'll have to see. He didn't come back, though, and that was hard. But he's our guy, our middle linebacker, and I thought Miles came in and filled in pretty nicely, and Sione Moa and Ice Moa, those guys. We have a deep group, and we'll have to test the depth a little bit, possibly going to this next week.
How do you keep the guys focused in wild scenarios like this 15-minute storm the field situation?
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of talk. Like we still have a chance. It's called a Hail Mary for a reason. So it's just keep focusing and try to find ways to make the play. And just came a couple yards short. This is It was such a fun game. I know there's a 15-minute break where you had to clear the field, but that's fun, and it's college football, and that's why people love it so much. So,
All right, thank you, Coach.
thank you guys, appreciate it. Safe
I'll be
travels.
back with